Hello, welcome back to another It's Wonky studio vlog. I'm Jamie. I am a potter and a photographer, and mostly on this channel I show my pottery process, but this week it's going to be a little photography too because I got a new camera. I'm shooting on it right now. It's a Fujifilm xt5 and I love it. I've been a Canon shooter my whole life and I'm just excited to play around with a whole new system, and I am celebrating my birthday this week, so I'm going to one of my favorite cities and just gonna beep bop around town and take photos and enjoy the day. So I thought I'd show some of that since mostly what you see here is me in my apartment just making pots. So yeah, this one will be a little bit of both. I have been glazing the past few days, and I think I have about 40 pieces that I put in the kiln this morning. I did set it to a new firing schedule, just trying to get a better full cone 6 on all the shelves, and so I had to change some settings there, but I think it should go over well, and I'm glad that I was able to finish all the pieces and get them in there because my goal was to finish everything before my birthday. That way I could just have a guaranteed day free to play, and I did it. So today is Sunday, January 14th. I am just going to get in my calendar mode and figure out things that I need to do, update my finances and all that stuff really quick, and then honestly probably just read for a bit. I have plans later and it's really cold and cloudy outside, so I probably will be on the couch for a couple of hours, which sounds great. Let's get to planning. And then I will see you when I unload the kiln on Tuesday to hopefully lots of pieces that are so pretty and wonderful and exactly as I planned them to be. Fingers crossed, right? Thank you for being here. Hello, good morning. It is Tuesday, January 16th. I just had coffee with a friend and she got me a very thoughtful birthday gift. Lily Meitzig's hand belt. It's so pretty. The photos are beautiful, and it was funny because I just had watched one of her videos yesterday. She was making something from here, and I'm so excited to make some cool hand-built things, platters. Yeah, it's just so beautifully shot and beautifully explained as well. And this is my first ever pottery book. So that feels really awesome, and I'm so happy. That was a nice little pre-game to my B-day. Now I'm gonna go see if the kiln is cool enough to unload. Fingers crossed it is, because I am impatient and I did try a new firing schedule, so I'm nervous. Hopefully it all went okay. Part of me is there's no way it overfired, but is there a way that it overfired? I don't know. Anyways, that is the plan. Let's go find out. like there's no use sitting here. That's not gonna help me figure it out. Let's go. Everything came out great. We hit cone 6. Some of them, this is like technically overfired by just a smidge, but I think the top 2 shelves were good. So I may just decrease the hold time the next time I do it. But weirdly, I like took a cup out of the kiln, this one, and then as I'm putting something on the shelf, it literally just explodes. And the weird thing is that the only ones that exploded were in the yellow glaze and on the bottom shelf. So it might have just gotten too hot down there, I'm not sure. But that is very sad news, but it was just weird to hear it slowly start erupting after it had been out of the kiln for a few minutes. So unfortunate, but I guess I'm kind of glad it was like a pair of things and not like a one-off situation. And I still have enough to do my restocks, and I still have some that I didn't glaze, so I don't feel like Like, this is a bummer for sure. This matcha bowl would have been so cute, but I will definitely do that again. And I don't know about the yellow glaze. I guess if it gets overfired, it's game over, because this one, see, it's still making noise. This one is great. So yeah, that was the only issue. But I'm gonna pack these up and head home and then get to sanding and all that stuff so that I can drop them off tomorrow. Okay, you guys, I literally turned the camera off and then this one starts exploding as well. So, don't know what that says about this yellow glaze. I'm utterly confused. So, goodbye to you.
I'm such a sucker for this. Hello, good evening. I have
had a good little afternoon, evening time. As you saw, I sanded a bunch of stuff, got to take photos of the things that I'm dropping off tomorrow, and then the rest of the stuff I won't be dropping off till Friday, and I'm just gonna photograph those then, and then finally post on the internet. I have not been on Instagram since before Christmas, so I'm going to launch that now that I've have some stuff to restock my shop with. But I am raising my prices, and I sat here staring at this little price list that I was making to give with the pieces that I'm dropping off tomorrow, and I just couldn't fill in the price box because it's scary to do that. And my first thought is, what will people think when they hold this up and they're like, is that really worth $45? And you know what? They may think, no, it's not. But I think it is, and I want to stick with that. I had written down maybe a few months before the year end how much I wanted to increase things, and I wanted my new standard set for espresso, regular mug, my tumblers, my plates, my bowls, all of that. And so I had it written down, and I was like, I'm gonna have to actually follow through with that right now, because this is the first batch of the year that I'm sending out. So it took me a while to get there, but I'm glad that I did, because I know, I spent a lot of time making this mug, and just from a business standpoint, yes, somebody's gonna pay $45 for this, but that doesn't mean that I'm actually gonna get $45 for this mug, because there's expenses and taxes and all of that stuff. So I'm probably only going to see half of the amount of this mug. And so when I think about it that way, what my actual profit will be, what's going into my bank account, not my business bank account, it makes it a little easier for me to justify the raise. One, because material costs have risen, and two, because I am a working gal and I want to get a raise every year for the hard work that I'm putting in. And so that was a big deal for me at the end of the year to make sure that I actually stuck to. And so to have to follow through with that in this moment was very hard, but I did it. I made my price range much higher to where it should be. I was close to it for the most part, but I think even this, I could technically raise it more, but this feels like this should be the new minimum, and I feel really good about that. Nervous, but good. Oh, it's just so hard pricing anything that you spend so much time with. It's really hard to separate everything, but again, when I break it down of I'm not going to see the full amount that the customer is actually paying for this, and realize what I actually want to profit from all of these things and how much time and energy it takes to make them, I'm yeah, that's totally worth it. Maybe I need to write a little bio card of here's how long it takes for you to get the mug that you just bought and all of the things that go into making it. But anyways, I am going to get these ready to travel to the beach tomorrow, and then have a nice lovely day. So we are officially in birthday mode, which is really sweet, and I feel like today was a lovely last day of my 30-second trip around the sun, and I am very excited for what my 33rd trip will hold. It has already been such a sweet start to the year, so I'm feeling very hopeful and excited and motivated, and I'm beaming. So honestly, I think I'm just gonna pack these up and start flipping through that hand-built book that my friend got me, and I think I'm just gonna make it my play book for the year to keep me just making things for fun, because obviously, as you've seen, I do throw a lot on the wheel, and when I do hand build is definitely just a very small fraction of what I do. So I'd love to incorporate more of that as a very childlike outlet for me that is less, not that my wheel throwing is serious, but something a little more playful. So I'm gonna flip through that and see what I want my first project to be. Thank you for being here. I will see you tomorrow on our little adventure photo day. Hello, good morning. Welcome to my birthday. I'm filming this the day after. Yesterday was so lovely. My husband decorated our living room. We watched one of my favorite movies, The Little Prince, before heading out on a very sunny, very freezing day for Florida. I think it got down to the 30s, which is literally unheard of. So it kind of felt like a birthday miracle because it's been very dark, cloudy, dreary for like a week, which is not cool. So to have some sunshine and a beautiful day by the ocean was so lovely, and I got to hug some friends, see the water, drop my pieces off at the cutest Airstream shop that my friends created. It was so fun to see it in person. So thrilled to know that my stuff will be in this cute spot. The light in there was so lovely. These little buddies are gonna look so cute on the shelves, and yeah, it just felt like a really cool little birthday pit stop. We got to get a quick snack before finishing the drive, and look at how beautiful it is. They gave me a birthday cookie, we got a Pop-Tart to split and some hot tea, but honestly we were freezing, so I ran to get this clip, and then we headed into the car. But man, it is nice to live in Florida and know that this is right there all the time. It was very lovely to just spend the day walking. I feel like we've been inside a lot this month, so it was nice to be in a place that we both love, wander these ridiculously old streets together, and eat a really good meal, one of our favorite meals in one of our favorite places that is so beautiful, and just test out this new camera. It is so much sharper than my previous one. I brought all of my 3 lenses with me. I only ended up using 2 of them, but most of the shots are on the 23mm, which is like a 35mm equivalent, and I cannot handle it. It is so nice to have a camera with autofocus, because if you've been watching my videos for a while now, you know that I've just been manually focusing every single shot, which I still do sometimes, but it's kind of nice to just have this as an option. This beautiful church was actually where my husband proposed to me, because we come here all the time and came here a lot when we were dating, and just love the architecture here, the colors, I mean, yeah, the history, just the being around really old things is really cool. And we really had the whole city to ourselves. It was so dead. We went in a few churches, we walked so much, got coffee and bevies, and just really took in all of the beautiful things. That's why I wanted to come here, because there's so much variety in textures and scenes throughout this whole city, like the mixture of the very modern with the very old, and being able to test out my camera with all these different colors and the lighting and all of that felt like a dream. I just haven't had like a photo adventure day in a very long time, and I am so glad that that was how I spent my day. We definitely were getting tired and had planned to spend the evening there looking at the lights that they still have up, but honestly we are little baby Florida people and we cannot handle the cold, so we ended up just getting this delicious waffle to eat, and took a little break inside before finding a few more little alleyways to snap some photos in, and then we called it a day. We were gonna hang out, but I was like, you know what? We don't have to. We've had such a good time, and honestly, the thought of our LOL, sorry, this is me actually breaking my fork as I tried to devour this wonderful waffle. But yeah, the sound of the couch in our cozy apartment watching The Little Prince, another episode of Gilmore Girls, and just winding the day down felt more ideal to me than waiting for the sun to set here. So we, went into this Greek Orthodox church that was insane. It's all just crazy how beautiful it is, and I have lived in Florida my whole life, and I think as an adult now I'm just really appreciating that we are able to have winters that look like this. As much as I love going to be in snow and all of that stuff, it was really just the perfect day temp-wise, and I am so happy to be another year older. So thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna end this one with just some clips of our cozy evening. My friend did give me a bunch of books, left them on my doorstep, so I got to have a little book haul moment when we got home, which honestly was the perfect ending to the year honestly was the perfect ending to the day, because one of my goals this year is to make reading more of my hobby, and at the beginning of this day I definitely wrote down 33 things I want for this year, and one of them was to read more, and that list felt really pure then, and even reflecting going through it now still feels so true. And I love that I will be able to check these things off and officially start another trip around the sun. So thank you for being here. I'll toss some photos that I shot throughout the day here, and I will see you in the next one.